couch, dogs, me, guitar lessons. Hey there, LickNRiffers, how are you doing? Welcome to another full fingerstyle arrangement lesson right here on LickNRiff. And this time we're going to have ourselves a double lesson for Amazing Grace. Why a double lesson? Because some of you asked for Tommy Emmanuel's version of Amazing Grace, which is pretty complex, while others asked for a more simplified version, more fit for beginners and intermediates. So I decided to oblige both requests. In this video, we're going to learn my arrangement, aimed especially for beginners and intermediates. And then in the next lesson, we're going to dissect and analyze Tommy Emmanuel's brilliant arrangement and rearrangement of Amazing Grace. And as you'll see, the Amazing Grace composition is built around a blues pattern, and Tommy Emmanuel took that blues pattern and turned it into a more walking bass, jazzy sort of blues, a more R&B sort of blues. So let's leave that for the next lesson. I'm going to play my arrangement first, and we're going to learn it with tabs on the screen as usual. We're going to dissect that arrangement, my arrangement, note by note, chord by chord, lick by lick. I'm a little out of breath, talking too much. Let's play. So it goes like this. Enjoy. Alright, so there are two parts to my arrangement. The first part is a bass solo, a very quiet, subtle sort of solo. And the second part takes the same solo up an octave, and I added a little harmonizing for dramatic effect. So you can say that part one prepares for part two. So you start part one by 2 hammer on to 4 on the 5th string, and then 2-2 on the 4th. Okay? And you play the E bass string, the 6th string, right along with the last note, with the last E note, or right before that note. Okay? Or, okay, for a more emotional effect. This is a sort of a straightforward sound. Okay? And this is kind of feeling it a little more. And then there's this. Okay? It's 6 slide to 4 and then 2 on the D string. You can pull off to 2. Okay? And then you slide back from 4 to 6 on the D string and play the E bass again. Okay? Again, you can play the bass before the slide or along with it. Then you have this 6 slide to 4, 2 again on the D string. You can pull off. Okay? And then 2 again on the D string with A. Okay? And then 2 slide to 4, and then 2 on the 5th string. Okay? With E again. Okay? And you can embellish if you like. You can play, okay, you can slide from 1 to 2 and then slide again. I think it's a little bit unnecessary, but just giving you options here. And then you can play 2, hammer on to 4, pull off to 2. But it's the beginning of the arrangement, so I suggest you keep it clean for now. And then if you want to play it again, add a little bit embellishing. Then after this, you have this again. Okay? It's the same first line, but instead of 2-2 on the D string, you have 1-2. You can play this again, but just want it to variate, so play it once. Or slide from 1 to 2 as an embellishment. This is a good place to embellish. Then you have the same second line, but then you have this. Okay? This is B. I'm going to show you in a second. You play the open second string, then you bar the second fret up to the 4th string, and you play the 3rd string from 2 to 4. Okay, slide. You slide the bar. Okay, and this bar prepares you to add 6 and 7 on strings 5 and 6. Okay, for a B chord, and you don't play the E string. Okay, otherwise you get a B6, and that's not the harmony here. Okay, so this. It's a G chord up here. Okay, but instead of putting the whole G shape, which is uncomfortable, just the head would suffice. And basically you can just put 7 on the 6th string with 4-4-4 on strings 2, 3, and 4, and that makes it even easier. But if you want to play the note on the full arpeggio there, then you can put the finger on 6 on the 5th string. Your choice. So you slide, and then just a very simple subtle arpeggio. And then it's this. Right? And the reason I harmonized here is because the line is this. Right? Another slide from 6 to 4, and then 2 on the D string, the same melody. So to prevent it from being boring, I harmonized it. So it's 6 and 6 on strings 3 and 4. You slide it down to 4. Then you play 2 and 4 on strings 3 and 4. And then 1 and 2 with E. Okay, and this is an equal. So, okay, 6, 6, 4, 4, 2 and 4, 1 and 2. Okay, just a harmonized solo. Okay, nothing to be afraid of. So you can play this if you like, okay, or this. Then you repeat the 2nd, 3rd, and 4th licks. Okay, and then okay, up to here. And then you have this. Okay? Just to make it interesting, instead of playing okay, 2, 2 on the D string, I play 2 on the D string and then slide from 4 to 7 on the A string on the 5th. Okay, and then the E bass string. Okay, it's E, E, and E. Okay, instead of this, just to give it a little bit of effect. And then it's this. 4, slide to 6 on the D string, and then 4 again with 2 on the 5th string. Okay, this is B again, B5, and then this. Okay, or a faster slide. So it's 4, 6, 4 double slide on the D string, and then 2, then slide from 4 to 7 on the 5th string with E. Okay, so it's right. So the whole first part. Take your time. Then A. Okay, or and then B. just very, very quietly, no lavish arpeggios here, just the chord notes. And then the harmony. Second, third, and fourth bar is the same. And then A, back to E. Okay, this is a good place to embellish. And then okay, the triple E note. And then okay, or okay, bass first. And then okay, final line. Then starts the second part, the harmonized part, an octave higher than the previous part. Okay, this. Okay, so it's 2 slide to 4 on the third string, and then 5 on the second. Okay, and then you can play both with E. Okay, or just 5. Okay, or both, and then. Now this 4 and 4 on strings 1 and 3 is a part of an E chord, a D-shaped E chord, okay? D, D sharp, E, so 4 and 4 on strings 1 and 3. So you start with 4 and 4, slide down to 2, you play the open E string, then slide back up from 2 to 4 on strings 1 and 3 with the bass. So, okay, or play the bass before the note. That's the motif here. And then this again, the slide down to 2 and then the open E string, then A. Simple A chord. And you can just put 2 and 2 on strings 2 and 3. We're not playing the D string. Okay, so it's strings 1, 2, 3, and 5. So it's right? And then this. Okay? Slide to 6 and 7 on strings 3 and 4. Now this is a part of A. This is a part of, it's 6 and 7 here. So, and then you have 4 and 6 on strings 3 and 4. Okay, back to E. So it's A, E. And then you play the first and second lines again. And then it's B. Now you have a few options. It's 7, 7 on the E string. Now you can put the whole B chord. Okay, and just, again, arpeggiate very subtly. Or you can put 7 and 8 on strings 1 and 3 with the open second string and your thumb on 7 on the sixth string. Now this creates an uncomfortable position, but okay? But you have interesting options there because of the octave jump. So something like this. Again, very, very simple. Keep it simple. And then you have this. Okay? It's the 4 slide to 2 and then the open E string. Okay? Harmony there. It's 4 and 4 on strings 1 and 3. Slide down to 2 and then the open E string. But then you have 4 on the third string again with the open E string and the open E bass string. So it's okay, just to give it a little bit more harmony. So, right? And then the second, third, and fourth bars again. And then you have this. Or you can slide or just this, keeping it simple after all. It's 5, 4, 6 on strings 2, 3, and 4. Okay, this is the D shape with an extra note to turn it into the C shape. You can put the whole C shape there, bar on 4 C shape. Right? But I think there's no need, especially if you have the open E string. You can start with the open E string and then slide the whole chord. It's a little bit too much, I think. Okay? So you can slide into 5 on the second string. Okay, and then play the rest of the chord. Okay, so the open E string and the slide to 5 create an interesting unison. And then slide to 4 on the E string, then B. Okay? Again, you can play the whole chord or just leave your finger off of the D string for a more comfortable way to bar the chord and play strings 1, 2, 3, and 6, and then this. Ending on an embellishment. So it's 2, 4, 2, hammer on pull off on the E string, and then 1 on the 3rd string with the open 6th string, with 0, 2, 0, hammer on pull off on the E string. Okay, so it's okay. Now, why the 1 on the 3rd string? Because if we did this, it would sound a little bit too empty, and we want to finish on a chord. So just adding an extra chord note there. Okay? So if you've been following the chord progression, it's E, A, E, and then B, and then E, which is a blues pattern. And it's not a 12-bar or an 8-bar blues pattern, but it is a blues pattern because you have the 1, the 4, and the 5 of the scale, the E, A, and B chords, creating the same sort of chord progression as the blues. And that's what Tommy Emmanuel based his arrangement on when he added approach notes, but we're going to talk about it in the next lesson. Let's play the second part again. Okay? And then harmony. Then harmony again. A. Then A, E. Okay? The 4 and 6 here are part of the C shape. Okay? So it's E. Then you play the 1st and 2nd lines. Again. Then B. Okay? Or okay? Then 2nd, 3rd, and 4th bars again after this. Okay? Then A. Then you have this E. And the lavish ending. Okay? Just to indicate the ending. So before you go practice this, please subscribe to the channel if you haven't already. There's a ton of lessons already waiting for you, and it's all for free, including the tabs. Go download the tab from the website. The link is below in the description. Everything is for free, of course, but if you want to give something back to LickNRiff, there's a large blue donation button right above the tabs. You can't miss it. It's a beautiful donation button. How can you ignore it? And everything goes back into LickNRiff, into making you your lessons, your guitar education, and I appreciate any donation whatsoever, and I thank you in advance for it. Now, in the description, you'll also find the link to the next lesson, the second part, the Tommy Emmanuel arrangement lesson. And when you feel ready for it, go for it. So I'll see you in the next lesson, and don't forget to subscribe. Bye for now. Thanks for watching.